Hola, mi gentes, my people, friends and family from the Loyal family. I'm here. This is called the Table Talk.
The Loyal Family Table
The
Talk.
Loyal Family Table Talk. We're here. We're not doctors. We're not psychiatrists. We're just regular human beings like you guys are. Whatever questions you have, whatever questions you ask, I'll try my best to answer it. I try my best to be the best information that I can give you and pull out from my experience. I only can talk about my experience. I have my daughter here, Leanna, my son-in-law, Shane. Of course, the Loyal family. We're here talking. And today the subject, one of the fans pulled out, what would you do if you have children and you have a great baby's father that's an excellent father, but he's a total nuthead when it comes in a relationship. He's a cheater. And if the person is cheating and he's a great father, is there an option to outweigh? It all depends. It depends on the person.
Alright, what do you think?
So, what do you think? How do you feel about that? About a woman, Shane? Like, should a woman... Don't look at a woman. Look like if it's your sister, your daughters.
I feel like if a guy can't be the best boyfriend or husband to his child mother, he's not a good dad. Because you have to consider your child mother as well, feelings into play. So if you're gonna hurt your child mother, I mean you don't really care for your child much, because your child gonna see the mom crying, and the child gonna be hurting.
That energy.
The energy
That's
spread.
right.
You know? So I feel like if you want to be the best person, you have to be good to the child and the mother. You know, there's no hurting the mother than being good to the child. You just gotta work on yourself to make a better person by making it better for the child mother.
See, I really believe your options can be outweighed because you can always teach a person. What do you think? Do you think you can teach a cheater? Can you change a cheater?
Yeah, I think you could change anything because
Positive thinking, right?
No, not only positive thinking. You can change anything if it wants to be changed, because it takes a team, right? When it comes to
Team effort,
relationships.
absolutely.
But I also feel that just because it's a personal feeling between them two, it doesn't mean that he's really not a good father.
Right.
But it could put a lot of stress on the mom emotionally. You know what I mean? But he could be a good dad where he works hard for his kid. He helps. He cooks.
But the question is it enough?
That right there will have to be up to her, how she feels. You know what I mean? Because at this point, it's not about what the child feels. Because the child doesn't understand yet. And I'm sure when the child gets older, the child would be like, Mom, you did the right thing.
But what if the child is like 10, they notice, they understand, seeing their mom crying, constantly seeing your mom crying, your mom can't focus to take care of them the right way because the father is hurting the mom, then the situation is left out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it still doesn't mean he's not a good
Yeah, that doesn't mean,
dad.
like I said though.
Because you have men who, come on, it could go down to, you have freaking psychotics who are crazy, but they're good to their family.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? You would never even
A
imagine.
thug in the street, like you have a gangster, a mobster.
Yeah.
His wife was
shoot
always
him.
going to church. His children, they go to private school. What he does in the street, he doesn't bring it home to his wife and children. I kind of...
But at the same time, it's just still not healthy. Either way that
I kind of like agree a little bit with both, but I agree with Shane because I'm going to talk about my experience, guys.
Right.
I know my daughter's father since I was about 4 years old. We kind of grew up in the same neighborhood, but we started like being more around each other in school, like third grade, third grade. I would see him down the halls, fourth grade. And I try my best to keep, because my mother had children from different, men. I wanted to keep both my daughters from the same father, that beautiful family. And it didn't work. I tried till my daughter was 13 and Liana was 10, and I hurt more than what I can pretend to be happy. It was no longer hiding it. My children were, I was putting a toll on my kids. I believe I was. I don't know if I was because he was just a child.
Right.
But I think my crying and my insecure, because you feel insecure when a man cheats on you. I mean, he could be a good father even if he's not with you.
Right. That's what I was gonna say.
I agree with Shane on that. Like, if the mother is throwing out negative energy, I mean, oh my God, where is he at? Tired, breaking night, waiting up all night for this man to come home. He comes home, he plays with the children, doesn't give her no attention.
Right, I didn't.
That's not fair.
No, I didn't say. I didn't say that it's okay for him.
No, you never did.
But what I did say is that he can still be a good father.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely correct.
You're right, but I think that
and there's levels to cheating.
Right.
So I don't know I don't know if it's a texting level.
No, but cheating is cheating.
Flirting. Yeah,
if
absolutely.
a person's hurting, it's hurting. But I feel like if a dad, right? You could be the best dad, but walk away from the relationship. Don't pretend like you want to be in a relationship, hurting the mother, and you be the best dad. But walk away from the relationship, because if you're in a relationship saying, listen, this is my wife, whatever, and you be the best dad you could ever be, but you're hurting, walk away from it. So listen, I want to be a single father, I can take care of my kids, I could be the best dad, then give it to them. But pretending like you want a relationship, but you keep hurting the mom, is bad.
No, but see, cheating, it comes all around. It doesn't mean he wants to leave. Maybe it's just something.
Maybe it's a phase.
He needed to get out.
Phase.
Men go through phases. Women, all humans, children go through phases.
Right.
They grow up. They go from babies to toddlers to preschool to middle school.
We got that part, but I feel like like I said, there's levels, and just because a man cheats, wait, hold on. It doesn't mean that he wants to leave his wife.
Right. Yeah.
It doesn't even mean that he knows she knows.
But that doesn't make it healthy.
No, I'm not saying it makes it healthy.
I understand what you're saying. That's why you always have to have that open mind, I believe. Because you see, my fans, it all depends on how much of a slack you're giving your man, your husband, your boyfriend, your baby father. With me, I gave too many. Now I've been with my husband, Liana's dad, because that's Liana's dad at the end of the day, her step pops. I've been with him for 20 years. It was worth fighting every bit about him. It was worth it. We both did mistakes and we grew together. We've been together 20 years. That was worth every minute, every fight, because I knew he had passion for me. Right. I knew he loved me. He was young. When I started with him, I'm 10 years older. He took 2 kids. He became like a step pops. But he didn't know how to manage it.
And you learned.
And he did mistakes. We did mistakes, but he did his mistake. But I took the initiative to forgive him.
Right.
With your dad, I forgave him, but I never felt that happiness. I never got to where, damn, he really does love me. See, I felt that with Mike. I didn't feel that. And no woman ever shut her happiness down. For nothing. Or man. Let's make this clear. My daughter made it clear. Doesn't only have to be a good father. It could be a good mama that's stealing from you, leaving your bank account empty. Cheating comes, lying to your spouse is a lot about cheating. Cheating is just not meeting a person in a room having sex.
Right.
You can have the most intimate telephone relationship. To me, that's cheating. If you're telling this woman every business about us, about the home, and she's your confidant, to me, that's even deeper than cheating. Because you could go have sex with somebody, have no connections with them. Come home and you don't even care about that. But you can cheat with someone, never really touch them, but you care about, you lay in bed thinking about this person. Cheating comes so many ways. So this subject, because I'm going to want to get a lot of inputs from my fans. I wish I have fans here. I wish that it was like, because I want questions.
Yeah,
I want questions. Because you made it so clear. It depends. Cheating is cheating. But it depends the level. If he's beating on it depends how bad. Because if you can salvage, guys, never forget, if you can salvage for your children and you think you can make it work,
Exactly.
you go for it.
Mhm.
You go for that. You go for that all the way.
Mhm.
Your children always comes first. There's too many broken homes.
Right.
I come from a broken home. I try to give it to my daughter, to the oldest I could. I really took a step back and said I gotta stay with them. I had a fear of molestation, pedophiling against my children. I was scared. I was young, ignorant. I was a little girl. So I chose to stay. It was a very unhealthy outcome for me. Very unhealthy. I didn't realize the damage I did to my daughters. I damaged my girls. Because I know you see Crystal and Leanna, how rough they are and tough, and how they'll gang up on Shane, and they tough women. They're not going to let a man beat them and bring them down. And I didn't realize that I did that to them. Every man should get an equal chance and opportunity the same way every woman.
Again, I think as a woman, if you know something like that, you should just address it. If you feel like he's careless towards the situation, I think you just walk away and never look back, honestly. As a relationship, you let him see his kid, but if you talking to him and you sincere about it and you actually converse with him in the best way you can.
Like you want to mend it. And
Right.
you see he doesn't want to mend it. He just wants to be a good father, but not a good husband.
Or he denies it, or he just doesn't go forward. Just walk away from it, because you're gonna waste your time. It's gonna be like that forever. Just some people
will never change, and some people you can change. Do you believe a person can change?
I believe a person could change, but what I believe also is that if you keep forgiving a person, they get comfortable doing it.
Yes! Oh my God, I couldn't find the right words.
Yes. If you keep forgiving over and over, you're gonna get comfortable doing, oh, she ain't gonna leave me. And then,
It happens every day today, ladies. And let me tell you something. You don't knock yourself short. I speak as a woman, from a woman. I'm a mother, a woman, a grandmother, a sister, a cousin, a friend. From a woman perspective. You don't let no one shut you down from your happiness. However, you don't take it out on your children, and you don't take it. If they have a great relationship, do not get angry, because sometimes we get bitter. Us women can be fierce. Fierce. And when you get angry, you kind of seem to take it out. Like, you're not looking at my child. You're not coming to visit. Well, not today. Don't do that. If he's a great father, you knock on wood for that man. They're hard to come by. They're out there, but they're hard to come by. So every situation is different. The most I can tell my friends and the Loyal family and all the fans of the Loyal family, don't shut yourself down from your true self. If you cannot be your true self and be true to yourself and true happiness, then you're only going to disperse that energy to your children, your job. You're not going to grow in what you're doing. It kind of holds you back. So if it's worth fighting for, you don't let no woman walk off with your husband, honey. You got the papers, it's worth fighting for, you fight for it. Only you can know that.
Yes.
I cannot tell you what's worth fighting for and what's not. But if you catch yourself crying every night to bed, then you need to get up and go and find yourself happiness. This is coming from us, from the Loyal family, from our thoughts to your homes. We're only talking from what we experience. And we're here as ears. You need to talk. You want to ask a question, we're here.
Yeah.
This is the Family Loyal Table Talk.
Yeah, and I agree with you. No one should really be stressed, to that point.
I stopped my happiness for too long.
Yep. And sometimes, like I say, sometimes the guy cannot realize it. And guys, I'm not sticking up for cheating, but family is a big thing, and we all make mistakes. That's why cheating is such a big deal. Because sometimes someone can really make a mistake. You understand? You be like, how you make a mistake doing that? You could be angry at the moment, not mean it. It could be you could be feeling lonely. We all human. So you can make a mistake.
That's why I say every situation is different, because just because you do cheat doesn't make you a bad person.
Right.
Now, there's people who are addicted to sex and they just cheat constantly and they're never going to change.
Right.
You know more or less, only you know your husband and you know your household. But if it's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, then he is damn comfortable, girl. And he's not going to stop until you walk away. Or gentlemen, because it can be vice versa.
And when you walk away, don't mean he will come back for you, but you just need to walk away. Because he will do it again.
For your own health.
Yeah.
For your own happiness.
Yeah.
Not from the children. Never ever take the contents of this conversation. Like, never take your children away. Children need both parents at all times. It doesn't mean because he left the house, y'all cannot co-parent. Never forget that.
That's a very, very interesting topic.
Yes, co-parenting.
Co-parenting, because a lot of big moms, they use the child
against the father. I am very against that.
I am not.
I am. You see how different? Look at this. Is my daughter.
I am against it.
Not against it.
She's against it. She's not against it. She feel like it's okay.
It's not okay. But let's just say he slept with my sister or my mom. At that moment, you can't forgive him. But that's another topic within itself. Again, everything has a level to it.
Right.
What level of cheating? You're right. Could be a friend, your sister.
Now hold
Ain't
on.
no forgiving that.
Certain levels will really drift a person apart. But that's a topic for itself. But I'm not against it. At a moment, if you can't do it, you just can't do it.
Right.
You know, and
betrayal.
I let myself down because I was betrayed not once, not twice, over and over. It became such a pattern, just like it was a pattern.
Right.
Now that I'm an older woman, I'm an older, wise woman, I realized the pattern. I realized it did a little damage to you because you're not easy to forgive. You're not a forgiving person. You and your sister, y'all stand on your ground.
And when that happened, because of the situation happened, it affect them.
Yes, and I never realized it
comes
did.
down to the guy that
They blame like I don't trust you because what my dad did to my mom.
They have to deal with the mistake the dad did. Like me as a husband, I have to deal with that sometimes.
Yeah. And I'm so sorry, baby.
And I know animal probably deal with it.
Because I love you so much.
It's not their fault. It's just the situation, what the dad did, and in the household, and how they was brought up. You know, so it's just for us to try to comfort them in the best way that I can as a husband. You know.
Yeah, but I think like every relationship has their own damage. You know, their own little damage. And
everybody has their four walls.
Let me finish. I feel like every relationship has their own damage, and you can't trusting someone. You just can't trust a person for everything. And I'm sorry, I know it sounds wrong, but you can't just walk in a cloud like, oh, he will never, or oh yeah, he does business all day from morning to night. No, it makes you question, like, because you want attention too. So it's like, you don't crave for me?
Right.
Why you're not craving for me? How could you do that for so long and not think of me? It's natural, guys. It's natural, and I think that...
And that makes a woman bitter, like, oh, well, I'm going to get back at you, and there goes the wars of the roses. What you don't want, what you don't want your children to see.
Right, it's all about communication, guys. Just kind of communicate about it. And whatever feeling you feel, you got to express that. If he can't comfort it, you got to just walk away.
Right. So
you know, we're here.
Yeah, thank you.
We're waiting for questions, and we got answers to the best of our ability. Here from my house to your home, the loyal family.
Thank
Mi
you,
gente.
guys.
Peace.
Love you guys.
Love you.
Name us some more. Message us some more topics you would like to see us
topics and questions. It's okay. We'll pick up some of your questions. We can't pick them up all, but we'll pick up whatever most question is popular. That's how we're gonna do it.
Right, like the most similar one that
everybody keeps asking. Okay, guys?
And also, you will expect to see different people, different perspectives. So you're gonna see her husband as well, and maybe her sister sometime. Different family members give their perspective on different topics. So guys, stay tuned for more video.
Stay tuned to the loyal family.
Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and thank you guys.
Table Talk. Thank you.